Hello, first grade. Today we are going to be doing your Chapter 8 review. So what I need you to do is make sure you have a pencil and your math book in front of you. And then you're going to need to turn to page 619. That's 619. If you need time to get there, pause the video and then unpause when you're ready to move on. All right, so today we're going to review some vocabulary. This is going to be really important for when you go to understand some of the questions and what they're asking you on your test. So, number one says a blank is a type of clock that only uses numbers to show time. Okay, so let's think. There's a type of clock that only uses numbers, and there's a type of clock that only uses hands and then numbers. So, which one only uses numbers? Is it an analog clock or a digital clock? It's the digital clock. So, we're going to type digital clock. We're going to write it, sorry. Right on the line for number one. Throughout this vocabulary section, if you need more time to write, pause the video and then unpause when you're finished writing, and that way we can move on. Because I don't know how long it's taking you to write, and that's okay. I just want to make sure I'm not moving too fast for you. So after we do each one, pause it, write, and then unpause so we can move on. Number two, 30 minutes past the hour is also called a blank. Okay, so we already used digital clock. We're going to cross that one out. So is it also called an analog clock? Well, that doesn't make sense. Half hour, length, measure, minute, or o'clock. So which one is 30 minutes past the hour? Well, 30 minutes is half an hour, so we also call it the half hour. Go ahead and write that in for number two. Pause if you need more time to write, and then unpause when you are ready for number three. Number three says, to find the length of an object, you can blank it. So to find the length of an object, you can blank it. We have analog clock, length, measure, minute, or o'clock. What do you do to find the length? You measure it. So let's write that in. Pause if you need more time to write measure, and then we can cross off measure. Unpause when you're ready for number four. Number four says you can measure how long an object is, or it's blank. So what was the other word that they used back here? To find the length of an object, you can measure it. So let's see, you can measure how long an object is, or it's the same word, length. I'm going to write that in for number four and cross it off. Pause and unpause when you're ready for number five. All right, number five says N blank clock, or a N blank is a clock that uses an hour and minute hand. Okay, well, there's only one more clock up here, analog clock. So let's write that in. An analog clock is the clock that uses the hour and minute hands and then also has the numbers. Number six, the word blank is used to tell time. Okay, well, we have two things left. We have minute and o'clock. So the word blank is used to tell time. Well, the word minute is used to tell time, but that doesn't really make sense. The word o'clock is used to tell time. That we might have to tell someone. They might not already know. So write o'clock in for number six and then cross it out. Pause and unpause when you are ready. And then finally, number seven says there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. ahead and write that on the line. So your paper should look like my paper with all the same answers. If it doesn't, pause the video, take the time to catch up, and then you can unpause when you're ready to move on. We're going to turn the page together. All right, here we go. Number 8 says, order the objects by length. Write 1 for long, 2 for longer, and 3 for longest. So this tells us that we are going from shortest to longest because that's what this last word is. So we need to think, which one is the shortest? Is it the blue, the red, or the yellow? Which one is the shortest? Write a 1 for the one that is shortest. You're going to do this and then we're going to go back and review. All right, next, which one is next longest? So you have the shortest one, you put a number 1, put the next longest, a number 2, and then a number 3 when you find the longest. All right, let's see how you did. So the shortest object is this blue one right here. Then the next longest is the red crayon, so I'm going to put a 2. And the longest is the pencil, so I put my 3. All right, let's see. Number 9, about how many cubes long is each object? So let's see, I'm going to draw the cubes underneath for you in little lines, and then you're going to count them up. So about how many cubes is that object? Well, we can see there are 4 lines, so it's about 4 cubes. All right, now about how many cubes is the hammer? Get ready. Count up about how many cubes you think it is. Now let's count. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cubes. And it's about 5 cubes. It's not exact. All right, we have 2 problems on this page that we're going to do for time, and then your independent work today is actually going to be a whole page on reviewing time to the hour and a half hour. So we're going to write 8 o'clock as a digital time. I want you to try to do that all by yourself. Go ahead and write 8 o'clock as a digital time. Pause, and then unpause when you're ready to move on. Okay, let's see how you did. 8 is my hour, so I'm always going to write that on the first side. And then o'clock tells me that I need 2 zeros. So 0, 0. Check to see how you did. Does yours match mine? If it does, fabulous job. Number 12 says 3:30. Go ahead and try that one on your own too. Pause and then unpause when you're ready. All right, let's see how you did. 3:30. Now 3 is my hour, so I'm going to write that in my hour spot. And then half past, well, I have to remember a half hour is 30 minutes. So that is 3:30. So go ahead and write that in your spot. All right, first grade, I'm going to clear my page because I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing for your independent work. So here is the worksheet that you need to either print out so that you can cut and paste. Or if you don't have a printer at home, and that is okay, all you need to do is write down the times. So you're going to look at this clock and then you'll write down what time it is, and you can use all of the different times at the bottom to help you because those are the answers that you get to choose from. So you're going to go through, and if you have a printer, you're going to cut and paste them all together. And then you are going to take a picture of this and you are going to submit it in the My Work section of today's math assignment. Great job today. I will see you tomorrow for our test.